I'm Dave Abrams.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to Arundel County Week in Review. In this episode, we'll find out what farmers markets have to offer through the winter months and preview Election Day. But first, making headlines this week. We're having trouble saying goodbye to Halloween, me especially.
Oh, boo-hoo.
So we have this story for you about an Odenton man who won a costume contest on the show Live with Kelly. Now, don't be distracted by the Joker and Harley Quinn, which we saw a ton of this year. Behind all of those pumpkins is Edward Kuhn of Odenton wearing one of the craziest costumes that I've ever seen. I don't think anyone would argue that this is a great costume, and Mr. Kuhn won a trip to Barbados worth over $8,000. Now imagine trying to get on a plane wearing that, Dave.
Yeah, excuse me, ma'am, that's just my pumpkin.
It's just my pumpkin.
So what is that, like 8 pumpkins?
It's crazy.
I mean, that's
Craziness.
nuts.
But good for him. That's awesome.
So how was your Halloween? Did you see any costumes that you've never seen before?
That I've never seen before. No. Although there's a pig in my neighborhood.
A pig?
And he was dressed like a peacock. So that was very fantastic.
Wait. There was a pig dressed like a peacock.
A pig dressed as a peacock.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
You took no pictures of this?
No, wait. I do have a picture. So,
you do?
Yeah. Chuck showed the picture.
Chuck, put this picture up, Chuck. Thank you. Oh my God, look at that.
This is the cutest thing ever.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So yeah, I saw a lot of cute kids, and then of course at the adult party on Saturday night, we did have one sizely gentleman that dressed up like Harley Quinn.
Sizely gentleman. I think I know who the gentleman is too. I'd say the highlight of the adult Halloween party I went to was, of course, our host had a Trump head and a Hillary Clinton head, and he switched costumes halfway through, so he did both.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's like bipolar.
Yeah, and we all got to take pictures, so
Oh,
it was like when you have the cutout, and you take the picture with Michelle Obama or whoever, like, Hillary and Donald were having fun at that party.
Yeah,
Both of them.
Oh, well, that's probably the only party they're having fun at anymore.
Huge.
So.
I know.
It was huge.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have a programming note for our Comcast customers watching Arundel TV on channel 98 and in HD on channel 998.
998.
Now you can watch shows such as Week in Review, Most Wanted, and Around the County with Recreation and Parks by checking your program guide. Now I know, we all know we have our program guide, but this is new for us. Thanks to a new software program called Tightrope, it's easier to find the shows you want to watch. You can scroll through and find county programming, just like Kristin looks for Love It or List It all the time.
And Fixer Upper.
We can also show more variety of programming because Tightrope automatically organizes the shows and fills time slots. So good job, Comcast.
Yeah.
Go to your program guide now and see what's playing on Arundel TV channel 98 and channel 998. Do it now.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Why
people might be confused right now, but for a long time we've been trying to get, so when you pull up your channel guide, you can see the name of the show that's in the, like everybody does. You look for.
But right now it says programming.
It would just say government programming or something. So now it tells you what shows you have on there, so you will never miss Week in Review.
Because we know that's what the holdup's been.
That's right.
It says government programming and not Week in Review.
Right.
So
Tightrope is like a software program we use at the studio that helps organize and schedule all the programs.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
so
it.
it's pretty cool.
Very good.
We're moving into the 19th century.
I don't deal well with change, David.
I know.
I can't.
It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Don't worry.
Well, the holiday season is officially upon us, and many of you are probably wondering how you can help out people who need it. Well, we have the perfect program for you, and it's called the Holiday Sharing Program, sponsored by the Department of Social Services. Here's how it works. You can adopt a family or a senior citizen, do your own shopping for them, and personally deliver the items so you can meet the people that help or make a donation. And there are all kinds of things you can donate because the program is customized. You can choose the size of the family you want to adopt. You can give Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner or both. You can buy clothes and presents for kids. You can even pick one of 4 geographic areas of the county. To sign up, go to dhr.maryland.gov/Anne Arundel. Now in its 36th year, the Holiday Sharing Program has had more than 500 donors give $30,000 to 3,600 families and seniors. So let's try and make it even bigger this year. This is something that my office does every year. So if you're looking for a great way to give back with your office, I can't emphasize enough what a great program the holiday sharing program
And
is.
it's very well run, and it works. You get, people deal with charities and donations and things all the time, and sometimes they get frustrated. They feel like they're so separated from the end recipient, and this is way more personalized. And I know you've had an opportunity to participate and actually meet. You had a senior citizen.
I always deliver. I like to deliver.
Yeah, she asked for slippers, and you got her slippers. You brought her the slippers.
I've taken baby dolls to little girls before. And
do you cry?
Of course, when I get back in my car, but it's a very rewarding program. And
it is.
It's legit. It really is a lot of folks that are in need right in our very own county, and it's a great way to give back rather than to do something. I mean, there are a lot of great organizations nationwide, don't get me wrong, but if you're looking to keep it local this year and you really want your efforts to go to something that's legit, definitely this program.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll talk to Lisa Barge from Anne Arundel County Economic Development Corporation about farmers markets. Take a look at our community calendar for events happening around town, and we will be right back.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Well, welcome back. Joining us in the studio this week, we're delighted to have Miss Lisa Barge from the county's Economic Development Corporation. Lisa, welcome to Week in Review.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now tell us about what you do for EDC and what the role EDC plays in for our county.
Well, I manage the ag program there at ADC, so and I was really fortunate because I was able to create this position about 12 years ago, and so it's nice to be able to create a job.
Create your own job,
yeah. But yeah, so I serve the business needs of the ag community and the farms and the farmers, and I do this in a lot of different ways. I serve as an ombudsman and kind of help them to navigate through the regulatory process. And we've developed programs at ADC that support the agriculture community. So we have an agricultural scrap tire program. We have a farm equipment rental program, a restaurant stewardship program.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a nice program. And a farmers market promotion program. And then we just recently teamed up the county, the city, and the town of Highland Beach, and we became certified as a Bee City USA. So I manage all those programs. And
that's right. We covered that on Week in Review.
That's right.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So
the neonicotinoids.
Exactly.
Yes, that's right. We were trying to get that word down.
Neonicotinoids.
Yes. One of your more recent events that you guys had, and I really like this, was your Farm to Table event at London Town, where you incorporated a lot of ingredients from local farms and had a dinner. And I think it's just a great way that you're using the job to promote farming in our county. And yes, the farmers markets. So a lot of people are thinking right now, now we're in November, those farmer markets are going to be shutting down, but this is not true, right?
That's true, and Anne Arundel County is pretty fortunate because right now we only have 2 markets open now, and it actually covers 3 days. So we have the Piney Orchard Farmers Market, which is open on Wednesdays, and on November 2nd through the November 23rd, they're open every Wednesday. They've reduced their hours down to 12 to 4 because of daylight savings time. So
Makes
they have
sense.
all your Thanksgiving and holiday needs there. And then the Riva Road Farmers Market, they are open Saturdays, 7 a.m. to noon, and Sundays, 10 to 2.
Yes.
And their holiday market starts November 12th.
Hey, holiday market.
So yeah,
And
it's so much fun.
and the Riva market is our busiest one, right?
It is, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So if I've never been to the farmer's market and I'm going to go in November, what are some holiday items I can get at the farmer's market?
Well, you're lucky because it is full this year. Both Saturday and Sunday are full, so
Okay.
that's a great
Very
thing.
good.
We even have a waiting list. But you'll find all kinds of your produce and greens. You know, seasonal produce, probably maybe some broccoli, cauliflower, some storage vegetables, potatoes, greens. There's organic produce, and there's a lot of value-added products now that they're fast becoming at the markets. And you'll see things like wine and cheese and charcuterie.
I like wine.
Yeah, yeah.
So we've got some local wineries here.
We do. We have 3 local wineries in the county. So
Nice.
neither one of those they don't do any farmers markets, but we have other wineries from the state that come in and sell at the markets, cideries and things like that, fermented foods, and they have prepared foods, so you can go and get breakfast or a sandwich or something like that.
My dad raves about the breakfast sandwiches, by the way.
They're good.
He loves them.
And the
Both-
pies.
Yeah, the pies
The
are
pies,
really good.
yeah.
And I've done Christmas shopping before at the markets, and I love getting candy as gifts that some of the vendors have for Christmas gifts. And then one of my favorite appetizers to make at the holiday time is a block of cream cheese with the spicy jam on it, and then you take Triscuits, and there are some really great
That's my
local,
jam.
That's my jam. There's some really great
The
local
pepper jellies,
jams, the pepper
yeah,
jellies that come
yeah.
through at the market, so I wait for that.
Do they do like crafty stuff like ornaments and like
Oh, yeah.
wreaths and things?
They have crafty things, and we have one farmer that comes in, Frank Ruin, and he sells like the swags and the greens that you can decorate with, and Christmas wreaths. They do. They're gonna have like Italian cookie platters this year, and baked goods, Greek and Malaysian baked goods, and
That's incredible.
Okay, I'm hungry.
I know.
There we go. That's done for the day.
Cookies and jam.
Make sure you come to the market.
So we hear a lot about, we hear the slogans, shop local, eat local. Tell us about what role the farmers markets play with local businesses. Are they making use of the farmers markets?
Mainly the restaurants. So I always run into chefs at the market, and because they want the freshest ingredients possible, because it makes a difference in their food that they're preparing for us. So, and then we have a restaurant stewardship program. So that's what the event was at London Town, to
Yeah.
highlight our restaurants in the stewardship program. And the reason why I'm involved in that program is because it's restaurants that strive to meet their environmental initiatives, so they go a step above and beyond for all these environmental initiatives.
So wait, who is stewarding who? So the restaurants are stewards of the environment, or you are stewarding the farmers, or is it both?
All of the above.
Okay, good answer.
So they're doing good environmental initiatives, and then there's one whole section, they have to complete a workbook and get points, and then they get certified. And one whole section relates to local food, and that's how I became involved. So this is a City of Annapolis program. They wanted to expand it to the county, and that is one of the programs that I manage. So the chefs like to go to the markets, and and that's one of the reasons why we're trying to create food hubs and things like that, because we need to find a way of getting this local food, local agricultural products to the chefs and the restaurants. And the farms don't have time to go take it to them, and the restaurants don't always have time to go pick it up, although many of them do go pick it up. So
I love it because it really is, like you're getting at it, is a full circle kind of thing, because one of my one of the vendors we work with.
You're a steward of the
I'm a
environment.
steward. Well, that's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
One of the vendors we work with recycling is actually a vendor at the farmers market, and that's the Oyster Recovery Partnership.
Yes.
And they have these fantastic oysters, but then they're also encouraging the use of the shells back in the bay. So it's a full circle kind of thing. And there's restaurants in Annapolis that, of course, have a lot of
Right.
shucking going on.
Right,
So
right.
it really has become such a nice process where everybody's working together. And I just think it's great what you're doing.
And that's
So.
one of the things in the workbook. Do they recycle oyster shells? And
Yeah.
So it's things like that,
Yeah.
that we look at, and yeah.
I love it. So last
great.
week on the show, we were talking about how we're using the PALS program to help design a park at the new Odenton Town Center. Now, there's a project that you're going to be working with PALS in the spring, right?
Yes, this is. I'm excited because this is the first time I've had the opportunity to do this. So, I guess the students are going to be looking at food hubs and food access. So they'll be looking at distribution channels, how to get food into food insecure neighborhoods, or we call them food deserts, and things like
We
that.
learned about
So.
food deserts.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll review all the regulatory agencies that are involved in this and provide recommendations back to us, and we'll take a look at all this data and see how we can make this happen. And then hopefully we'll be able to make this happen because this is something that we want to do anyway, and then we'll be able to provide food access to restaurants and farms and communities, and then also create an economic boost for our agricultural community because hopefully there'll be a demand for more ag products and agritourism and value-added products and all sorts of products out there.
And the good thing about this, Kristin, is PALS is the University of Maryland, and the beauty of it is Lisa tells them what she wants them to do. And we don't like to give them easy projects. So I think that they should figure out how to solve this problem of the distance between the farmers markets and the businesses, and how do you get, I have it.
What?
Food burr. Foodber.
Instead of Uber,
Uber.
which is very close to Uber Eats, Dave.
Right.
No,
I
we're not
mean,
going to need the class.
we can go something like that. Like the kids, I call them kids. They're not kids.
You're
But-
not a college
That's why I said
student, Dave.
But maybe they can figure out, how to solve that problem, how to fix that, or come up with a solution to that.
Yeah.
That's what we use them for, is for their creativity.
Yeah.
So
Right.
And
That'd be great.
I've been told they do a really, really thorough, really good job. So.
they do. They're doing a lot of great projects for us.
It's a great program, and I really wish that stuff like that had been around when I was an undergrad to get my foot in the door with internships and such.
Yeah, they just had home economics for you. It was-
Listen, that was high school, and I rocked it, okay? Thank you, mister. So, Lisa, any other last tips for holidays coming up as far as folks taking advantage of these programs? Any ingredients you especially love this time of year?
Oh, I practice what I preach, and I buy my meat. I buy everything locally. I mean, I don't buy packaged processed food, so I go to the markets or stands and get my products and make my food. But just go out to the farmers market because they have so many great things and gift baskets and package. I mean, they're all unique and they're all handmade and they're all local. So you're supporting Anne Arundel County farms, mostly Anne Arundel County farms. We do accept some other farms now. But and they have everything now. It's a one-stop shop. You can get dairy and eggs and meats and I mean, everything is there. So it's worth it to go out there, especially during the holiday season.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready
Yeah.
too.
I'm going.
And you're hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So if folks want more information on the markets and the hours, where can they go to find?
They can visit our website. It's www.aaedc.org.
Easy enough.
There you
Click on
go.
the agriculture button.
Very
Boom.
good. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
All right.
And yes, please get out there, do your holiday shopping for both your freshest ingredients and for your gifts, and you're supporting local businesses that way and getting awesome product in return. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Maybe I have with that?
Oh, thank you. Did you see anyone's brought this?
Did you lose this?
Thanks for helping us.
No problem.
Is this your bird? You're welcome.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 5 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back. Early voting had a very high turnout, and now elections officials are preparing for the main event on Election Day, November 8th. Sara Gannon caught up with Elections Director Joe Torre to find out more. Sarah?
Thanks, guys. It's that time again. It's Election Day. It's fast approaching. I'm here with Joe Torre from the Anne Arundel County Board of Elections. He's the director here, and he has been prepping and getting ready for this, the early voting and Election Day. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about the early voting that you all have had? What's the turnout been like?
Early voting turnout's been terrific. We are on the verge. We're at our 8th day right now. Today's Thursday, November 3rd. We've had almost a 20% turnout. It's been terrific. We have 5 locations throughout Anne Arundel County. We have the Odenton Library. We have the Glen Burnie Library, Severna Park Library, South County Library, and the Annapolis Activity Senior Center in Annapolis.
Now, what are you expecting on Election Day?
Election Day, we've had wait times at our early voting centers, and we believe we're going to have wait times on Election Day as well in our 195 locations. I suggest that Voters vote between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. We always have a rush in the morning, then a rush in the evening after work. And also I want to mention, if you are in line at 8 o'clock, you will be able to complete your transaction in the precinct. We bring a placeholder out at the end of the line, and you will be able to get in. Our early voting centers, we have had at 8 o'clock over 100 people in line.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm sure it's going to continue for Election Day. So turnout's been terrific, and I just want to thank the citizens out there. Come on out and vote.
What other advice would you give the citizens about before they go to the polls?
Well-
What could they take with them?
Well, on election day, we have bring your specimen ballot that I mailed out, and this has the sample ballot in here. We encourage people to vote their ballot and bring it into the precinct. One thing, we do have 7 questions on the ballot. We have 1 statewide question and 6 Anne Arundel County charter questions. If you can mark your specimen ballot before you come, it'd be a lot quicker than standing in line and reading while you're there. So.
And if I don't know where I'm to vote, where can I go to
We
get
have
that
a
information?
website. We have a website that you can go to. Go to our website. It's www.aacounty.org/elections. And on there you can use this tool to review your voter registration record, locate your polling place, find your voting district, review the county questions appearing on the ballot, and find your directions to our office or to the precincts.
Very good. And I know you all have been working hard to get the early voting and the election day preparations together. And thank you for all you do and all your election judges. And don't forget to vote. It's an important election. And
Yes, Tuesday,
that's right, Tuesday,
November 8th.
November 8th.
Everyone get out and vote. Thank you.
And back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sarah. Dave, have you voted yet?
I did the early voting as well. I figured why, chance it that on Tuesday it's going to be absolute bedlam.
So your library is, well, you go to any of them when you do
North
early
County,
voting.
yes,
But
North
North County Library, and I went to Edgewater Library. And I could not believe the crowd.
I know,
I
unbelievable.
didn't mind waiting in line because I think it's wonderful so many people turned out to vote. But the election judges were saying it was a steady 45-minute wait. And that had been that way all throughout early voting. So I'm wondering who there is left to turn up for Tuesday. But it's very great to see so many folks passionate about voting this time around.
And obviously we heard from Joe Torre and they're ready for whatever happens. And shout out to him, he called it right. I mean, he said we were going to have a very high turnout. I actually thought it was going to be the opposite, so I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, huge,
so,
huge.
You said huge again.
Yeah.
So,
But that was something else I also want to give him props because all of the staff was they were so kind and excited to be there and kept things positive because it can really stink when you're waiting in a line.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because usually during early voting, there's literally, there's all these stories coming out about this person's upset about their ballot or this person didn't like the line or whatever. And there was a little bit of that, but not very much this year. There really wasn't a lot of complaining or problems that I noticed. I don't know if you did.
I think folks were kind of preparing themselves for the kind of situation that they came across when they went to early vote. So.
Yeah, I still wish we still had the computer systems for Maryland. We didn't have
I do too.
The scan doesn't make sense to
It makes me nervous.
Did you?
I completely
I know.
fill the circle, and I went out of the circle a little bit on a few.
Right?
Does that count?
Right?
I just, I don't know.
Some of us, like myself, we can't draw to save our lives. We can't even color in a circle very well.
It makes me so nervous. So.
Well, I hope your vote was counted.
I hope so too.
I really do. Fingers crossed. So tell me, we don't want to let Halloween go here. We really don't. It's Kristin's favorite holiday.
It is.
And
it's my
we're
Christmas.
so sad.
I don't understand. And you know what? Just the floor for a minute, please.
Sure, please.
We do not jump right into Christmas, folks. And that does not make me a Scrooge for saying so.
No, and we don't wear clown costumes.
We don't wear clown costumes either, but please, give Thanksgiving its due justice. Don't just jump right into Christmas.
Amen.
And all the people saying to me, oh, you're a Scrooge, because I say that. No, I'm not.
No.
You have a whole nother holiday before Christmas. You want to start buying your gifts, etc. That's fine. We don't need to turn the tunes on. We don't need to decorate yet. That can wait until December. Not a sermon,
wait. You brought
just
up
a thought.
tunes. There's no Thanksgiving tunes.
Yes, there is. There's a Thanksgiving song by Adam Sandler.
Oh my gosh. So we just have to play that on repeat for the next
Yes.
month?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's brutal.
Or you can keep listening to Halloween songs.
Well, here, a good question came up today.
Okay.
If I'm recycling conscious,
Yes.
by the way,
As
we
you should
mentioned
be.
the new programming. You should check it out because recycling is front and center on our cable channel now. There are recycling promos all over the place. It's
Good,
amazing.
good.
So if I'm a super recycler, what do I do with my pumpkins?
That's a great question.
What do I do with my pumpkins?
So a lot of people,
Other than make pumpkin pie.
right, other than make pumpkin pie, and a lot of people think that it can go at the curb with your yard waste because it's something that grows.
It's organic.
It's organic. This is not the case. It should
No?
not be placed with your leaves, grass, and brush.
Shut up!
No, the contract that we have only does yard waste composting, and yard waste is just the leaves, the grass. We don't get into organics like stuff from your kitchen and fruits and vegetables, which that is what a pumpkin
Is
falls
a pumpkin
under.
a fruit or a
It's
vegetable?
A fruit.
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit.
I'm
It
learning
has
so
seeds.
much today.
Now,
Okay.
you should definitely cut open and get the seeds out first and foremost. One, because they're an awesome snack. Two,
Yes.
because of whatever the next step is that you're about to take. If you choose to compost your pumpkin in your backyard, which the county does offer free compost bins for our residents, you
Little
do not
plug
want-
there.
You do not want a surprise pumpkin patch coming next year.
Oh.
So make sure all of the seeds are out of your pumpkin. That's the first thing you want to do. Also, if you painted your pumpkin or put glitter all over it, don't compost your pumpkin. That is inorganic. It's not going to help your compost pile at all. So you cannot compost paint and glitter. So if it's on an area of your pumpkin that you can cut off, do that. If it's completely covering your pumpkin, you need to throw it in the trash. They also make great bird feeders. You can hollow them out and put bird seed in for the little guys in winter.
Don't they get all mushy? Mine always get all mushy.
That's okay because it's good for them to eat too.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
use that. Or if you don't want to do the composting, you should just leave it out to feed for animals in the woods. Either way, if you're composting or you're leaving it out for animals, get in touch with your inner 90s angst and do some smashing pumpkins.
Oh, boom. That was brilliant. You
Boom.
really tied
I
that all
just laid
together.
some knowledge
so,
down.
so real quick, just for those of us like me who are slow, the main two options are you throw it out with the garbage or you do some form of composting or
Home
leaving it
composting.
outside,
Yep.
but you do not put it with your
Your
yard
yard
waste. And make sure you try out those paper bags with your yard waste, right?
Oh yeah, when you put your leaves, your grass, and your brush out,
try the paper bags.
use it in the paper bags, which are mandatory starting January 1st.
Good, okay.
And what was the other thing about pumpkins? If you live in an area where you can't compost, if you live in an area where you can't give it to someone else who could use it for their backyard or compost, then just throw it in the trash.
Okay, at that point you just say, all right, I'm throwing it in the
Yeah,
trash.
you tried.
Okay. Give it an effort, folks. There
Yeah.
you go. I mean, there's so much you could do for pumpkins. Who knew?
But we need some pumpkin chunkin in this county.
Absolutely.
next
We
year.
we want to make our own pumpkin catapults.
I think it'd be amazing.
Okay, next year we got this.
Yeah.
At the fair or something.
Pumpkin
We're gonna
Chunkin
do it.
Festival. Love it.
Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archive episodes online anytime on Facebook or YouTube by simply searching for Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around the county, and we'll see you next time.